Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat, and today I am doing another 5 super specific recs for you, focused on cultish books. So these are books that don't necessarily focus on like a historical cult, but gives cult vibes. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. I'm going to talk about ones that I haven't talked about in a while. That's why I started this series, because I realized there are just so many books that I like and want to recommend, and I only ever really get the chance to do so in like wrap-ups, and there's so many that I've read over my life that I want to bring back to your attention. So today we're doing cultish books, and I'm going to go ahead and start it off with Ghostwall by Sarah Moss. So this is a very short, very unique little gem. The sun is absolutely freaking killing me today. But this is following a father and a daughter, and the father is running this archaeological experiment where he's taking a bunch of university students to live in a pre-modern kind of Stone Age like setting. So it's totally manufactured, but they're trying to live that way and see what will happen. And this just goes off the rails really quickly. And Sarah Moss's writing style is like insidious and creeping, and you are just like, girl, get out. So shout out to this specific thing because it's relevant to this video. If you listen to the podcast Cultish, they rank it from like live your life, watch your back, and get the fuck out. This is an absolutely like get the fuck out kind of cultish situation. So if you're looking for that and you want a short read, definitely recommend this one. So next up, let's talk about one which I know a lot of people hate, but I personally really liked. This is The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. So this is set in a kind of reproductive dystopia where women, when they reach 16, they are sent away on their grace year, which is kind of this isolated fort where it's like logs around and they have to live in there together and survive. So it's kind of like Lord of the Flies girl version, with like lots of like insanity thrown in there. And this was surprising. It had a good twist. And also the end was oddly satisfying. Like, I did really find the end very satisfying. So if that sounds interesting to you, I really do recommend it. I think on the scale of live your life, watch your back, and get the hell out, there's no option to get the hell out in this world because it's a like wasteland dystopia. So I'm gonna go ahead and say watch your back. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the middle option for this one. The third one I want to talk about is this one, The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. So this is one of the only like zombie books that I have ever kept on my shelves. I think it's the only zombie book on my shelves, and only the second one I've ever enjoyed. I'm not a huge zombie person, but this one messed me up, and I had nightmares after I read it. So we're following a community that's very isolated, and they have these chain link fences around their community, and the community itself is very religious, and they have a very strict rule about the job that everyone has, because outside of the chain link fences are people who have gotten sick and basically turned into these zombies, and these are not slow zombies, these are fast freaking zombies. So you start out in this really isolated cult situation, and you're like, oh my god, it sucks for the main character because she's living in this world, she can't even escape, and then things go from bad to worse because linking up the walled off towns are like these rabbit runs where it's so scary. It's like a hallway of chain link, and the rest is like the wild forest where the zombies are. And so when shit goes down, they have to go in these rabbit runs, but the thing is they're not well maintained, and the whole time you're just like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And of course every single city along the way is an isolated kind of cult to itself, So you're just like, oh my god, what's worse? Cults or zombies? Like, which one? So this one, live your life, absolutely not. I mean, I guess, because if you don't, you're gonna be a zombie. Watch your back or get the fuck out. Again, there's nowhere to get, so it's a mix. They're trying to get the fuck out and they're also trying to watch their back and they're also trying to live their life by not becoming a zombie. So all three, I choose A, B, and C. So if you're into zombies, I think that this is really underrated. I've never heard anyone talk about it. Yeah, but I really enjoys the wrong word. This terrified me. But yeah, I recommend it for the culty aspect. All right, number 4 is another one that I've heard almost no one talk about. So this is Heartbreaker by Claudia Day. This is an 80s cult, okay? It's a very isolated community, of course, built around these hippies that were from the 80s, and they decided to live on their own in this town and not allow outsiders in, and nothing has changed. No one left, no one ever brings anything new in. So all of the fashion, all of the music, everything is from the 80s. So it's like being transported back into the past. And we're following a main character who is trying to figure out why one day her mom just up and left the community, which no one ever does. So she's gonna set out to find out what happened, and she's trying to get help to do so and find a way out, because it's not like she has means at her disposal. And I just found this so truly bizarre. So truly bizarre. And the 80s aspect was brilliant, because if it was set in modern day, I don't think I really would have cared, but the 80s aspect was just so weird. Like, all the music and the clothing and the makeup, oh my god, the makeup, hilarious. But also this book is quite dark, because there is like murder involved and just dark things happening in the cult. So this one is a live your life and also a get the fuck out together, because she's trying to leave to find her mom, but also a lot of it is about the aspects of life in the cult, which are really fascinating. So that is Heartbreaker, and I thought it was, yeah, really excellent, and it still lives on my shelves, even though I do clear outs all the time. And the last one that I want to talk about is The Lamb Will Slaughter the Lion by Margaret Killjoy. So this one is short, dark, and really weird. So we are following Danielle Kane, who is a queer punk rock traveler, and she is trying to find out where her best friend is. So as she's traveling to this utopian town of Freedom, Iowa, the last place her best friend was, she realizes that like something is off in the town, because this is a town which lives outside of society, right? So they don't believe in like money, and they're trying to live a very like share everything around peace and love, anarchy type situation. But in order to do so, they have made deals with dark forces. So this is like a third searching for her friend, a third exploration of this really insular anarchist kind of cult type situation, and a third dark forces at play, and we are going to get fucked up if we don't figure a way out of this situation, okay? So I found it really fascinating, and I have really wanted to read the second one. I don't know why I haven't. Yeah, so this one would be a watch your back and get the fuck out together. So yeah, let me know what you think of these cultish recommendations. Like I said, a lot of these are ones I haven't talked about in forever, and I'm really hoping to bring more backlist titles to your attention, because I do like reading arcs, obviously, and I do like to read newer books, but I also love to talk about old books which have stood up over time. So yeah, let me know which recommendation videos you want to see, and I will film them. Lots of love. Talk to you later. Bye!